set it up, guys,
Yeah, yeah.
because
Today I will definitely I will do. In the
yeah,
past 2 3 days,
definitely.
the festival is there.
Okay,
Uh,
fine. Yeah, but try to ask some questions, guys, at least. Okay.
yes, sir. Yes. Once I set up the application and try to analyze the thing, I will ask.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes,
Girdhar?
good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Uh,
Girdhar. Sorry.
yes, means yesterday I tried for 1 hour to set up means to run the application. Just I facing issue at API gateway level. Once again, just
Okay.
I will try and means if still issue is there, then I will let you know, sir. First, let me
Yeah,
know.
sure, sure.
Yeah, okay. Issue with DNS with LB side. I will check that one once. Sir.
Okay, it's a DNS issue. It's the company laptop or personal?
Not personal laptop only, sir.
Personal laptop only. So you should not face any issue.
Okay, if it is again just 2 minutes, I will share my screen then.
Yeah.
Just now I'm joining personal laptop. Just now I joined company laptop.
Okay. Shiv Kumar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How is it going, Shiv Kumar?
Yes, sir. I'm doing fine.
Okay. So did you set up the application?
Yeah, sir. I have done half of it and I'm continuously doing, sir. I'll set up today, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
I can see there are two machines. Can you just try to log out from one machine, Girdhar? Let's take it in a separate session. Okay. Instead of this session, I can connect with you in a separate Teams call so that I will resolve your query. Okay. Yeah. Let other people join. We'll just discuss. I think everyone fixed that 9:10 the session will start, right?
सुपर सब नहीं है
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So I think I have asked a question yesterday, right? So order screen you need to design. So it will look something like this. So probably I will share my screen and will share it to you right now. Yeah. So the order screen will look like something like this. Okay. So once you do the payment from the Razor Payment API Gateway, so once the order is getting placed, so probably we are setting the status as delivered directly instead of in progress, right? Or approval from restaurant or all this kind of things. I just kept it as delivered. So you can just kept whatever the things that you want from your side. But right now, I think this will be enough. But if you just wanted to add more functionalities, you can also add those functionalities over here. Okay. So this is a sample orders API screen. This is the React version of the application. Okay. So I do have an Angular version also for that. But the common API that we are going to use this is this one. So we are going to get the list of orders, right? So probably this API you need to call in order to get the data. Whatever the data that it is going to have the payment ID, the transaction ID, username, password, order created time, and order status. All these details has to be displayed in a table. So you need to use Angular material table for this. You can just go to this, and here you have very good examples. It's very easy to set up. You just wanted to have a data, so you can have whatever the functionalities that you want. So table with pagination, right? And if you just click on this, you'll get the source code over here. You just have to copy this code and paste it in your HTML template, and then probably you need to set the data over here in the types component. Okay. This is how you can set the, so this is periodic element array, right? So right now we are going to get the order DTO array. Okay. It's a list basically in the front end when we receive it. It's a array basically. So we are going to have exactly the same kind of thing, whatever they are going to set it over here. Okay. Got it? So here you have a very good examples, but don't worry. I'm just giving the time for everyone today to at least spend on this one. If you are not able to resolve from maybe from tomorrow, I'll start designing the orders screen page also with the backend API call tomorrow. Okay. But I just wanted to give some time today for everyone to just design the order screen and set up their application in the local environment. Okay. And this is what I have taken from my side in order to so here we'll be having something called, yeah. So table with sorting, pagination, and filtering. So you'll be having, the select, right? So whatever the things that you have. So here we can actually select 5 different rows, and then probably everything will come over here. Okay. So that's the total idea. And this is how you have to work on Angular material tables. So they are very simple. And once the order is getting placed, you need to redirect the user to the order screen once the payment is done, so that they can see the status of that particular thing over here. So right now you can actually do it in the periodical basis, but I will let you know on how to do that. But probably this is the final screen that you need to design. But if you are not going to design, then probably I will be able to take the control and do this design for everyone. This is very simple. It's just a backend API call, and this is the standard material table from React. But we have to use Angular material from our side in order to do that. Okay. And that's it. So what I just wanted to do now, I just wanted to spend time with everyone today to just know the concerns, because we are almost done with the real-time project, except the order screen has not been designed yet. Okay. The next topics will be, we need to do, some DevOps kind of thing. Like we need to set up one application which has JUnit and Mockito along with SonarQube integration to know the code violations, right? And all this kind of things. And probably the next topic will be not the next topic, the next technology will be AWS Cloud. So I have a very good use case with 2 to 3 microservices in order to create microservices with AWS Cloud. Okay. So I do have that particular thing. So in the next coming 10 days, we'll be concentrating on this 2 different use cases. One is a DevOps kind of thing, and another one is a AWS Cloud. Okay, where we are going to design our microservices using AWS Cloud completely. Okay. So before that, I just wanted to, confirm that, any concerns related to the Hunger Savior portal. So we have let me stop this application. Yeah. So any concerns so far, related to the services that we have developed so far? These are the services we have developed so far. So any questions in this, guys, from anyone? So if you just wanted to have some questions or, something like that, probably we can go through that for today. Because I see most of the people have lost interest. Maybe some people are, pinging in the Telegram that almost for 1 month there were no classes. You know my situation, but it was not happened for the previous batches. So previous batches were completed in 3 months, according to the time, but it was delayed from my side due to some, you know, sequences. So probably try to understand that, and then probably just try to ask some questions from your side so that I'll be able to answer or whatever you think. Just please raise your hand and you can ask whatever the questions that you want to. Sure.
Sir, one small question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, means in Spring Boot, yesterday just we should discuss. Okay, by default, Spring at the rate Spring web security is enabled, right?
Right.
Means by means how can I check, okay, by default this is enabled? So just from where I can check all those things? Like means today is
I
the
got
website.
your point. I got your point. Okay. So let me explain this. Okay. So if you just go to the configuration, right? So this is a security configuration, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, but we have not used at the rate enable web security. So this has to be used for plain Spring applications. Okay.
Mm.
This has to be used for plain Spring applications. But how it is not, used in Spring Boot, because all the annotations are enabled by default in Spring Boot because due to starter configurations. I will just show it to you right now. Just type auto configuration. Okay. And here you can find something called the starter configurations for security. Okay. Can you see this? Spring Boot auto configure, right? So there are so many versions over here. You can just select any one of the things. Here we have something called default authentication and Spring Boot security configuration. Okay. So like this we'll be having, so let me search in the libraries directly. You can just
Okay,
go
so
to this.
if it is the case related to MVC, then we need to check in MVC related
No.
jars, right?
Basically, what I'm saying, see, basically, if you just have a plain Spring Web MVC, right, instead of Spring Boot,
Okay.
you just have to maintain web.xml also, where you need to configure the servlet mappings and all this kind of things. But that is not required in case of Spring Boot. You just have to develop a Spring Boot application, and remaining all the things will be taken care by this Web MVC. There is a Web MVC auto configuration, right? So
Yes, sir.
So all these classes will take place, create a servlet for us. It will create a dispatcher servlet. It will configure the WebMVC configurer. So all these kind of things, we don't have to, configure separately using @configuration class when we are using Spring Boot. Like the same way, when we are actually using this security configuration, you don't have to add this @enable web security. This has to be
Okay, sir.
used only if it is
Plain Spring Boot.
plain Spring application.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this will be enabled by default in the
In
Spring Boot.
yeah.
So you don't have to use that. So this has to be used to enable role-based authorization. So that's the
Yes, sir.
reason. If you,
I see
yeah,
that.
so we have already discussed, right? So probably you can actually use this pre-authorized annotations in order
Yes,
to
sir. Yes, sir. I
access
gone through
this.
this one while we are using that one. Yes, sir.
Right, exactly the same. Okay. So
Thank you,
that's
sir.
the total idea. Okay. Any
Sir,
other
one more.
questions? Yeah.
Just one more thing, use case I want to know. So, sir, in production, just while we are using just multi-node services, right? Means one service we are running in multi-nodes,
Yes.
multiple nodes. Means in that case, just I want to get a unique transaction ID. Means if we are developing transaction-based application, then we need to maintain unique transaction ID, right? In our case, also just we need to maintain means what tomorrow just we deploy our application two more cloud services, then we
Hmm.
need to maintain a sequential transaction ID, right? then how can we achieve that sequential transaction ID approach, sir? Means, is there any way to get that approach? Means every time to get the from DB sequences, it is not possible, right? Okay, for every request, again, one more DB call is increasing.
See, for that we already do have something called Spring Cloud Sleuth. Okay, so probably I will
Okay.
give one document to everyone. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sorry, from 2 days onward, just I'm checking for this use case, sir.
Okay. Okay. No problem. I'll just give it to you right now. 1 second. So this is the one which I have designed for the people who just wanted to go through all the applications. Okay. That means how they can actually track. So I have actually based a Spring Cloud config server on how to get all these properties and all these kind of things. So how this Eureka server will work, how the registration will work, and all these kind of things. I've explained it pretty much clear with pretty much very good use cases. So you can just go through the theory, but you will not be able to download this, files. But I will also give this zip files to you so that you can go through this application. Okay. So regarding the Fain client, also I have regarding the resilience 4J circuit breakers, I have a very good examples. Basically, I will give those applications to you so that you can go through those. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I think probably that's the best way. Okay. And since you are asking that distributed tracing, right? So probably this is the one which will resolve your, where there will be a trace ID which will be generated by the Spring Cloud framework itself. And this
Okay.
trace ID is unique across all the requests, across all the microservices, like chaining calls also. So I have a beautiful explanation for this, and also a beautiful explanation along with a demo files also. Okay, so let me search for those files. Maybe I will just give this application to everyone. So I have somewhere. I think it is. Yes. Uh, yeah. I think probably this will answer your query. So for each and everything, I have actually um, created different applications for Eureka server, config server, Fain client, Resilience 4J, gateway server, and Sleuth. Okay. So probably I will just download this along with the document which I have. So let me open the Telegram channel first. So you can read the documentation accordingly, and then you can just go through the explanations were pretty much clear. Okay.
We'll go through, sir. Okay.
Also, I will just give this document. I don't know how to download this one. One second. There should be a download option for this.
I think we can download through print option.
No, let me open this document directly. So microservices. This is the one. So yeah. So this was designed by me so that you can go through this. Okay. Yeah. Read the document and import the file directly and see how it is working. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir.
And for the config server, you need to separately set up one. Let me show that to you as well. Config. Yeah. I think for this one, you need to, separately create one application.yaml file where you can place some common configurations over here in order to, access. Maybe probably this is not the one. So probably you can just read about that, and then probably you will get the complete microservices, Spring Cloud related other services also from from this learning. Okay.
Sure.
I think this will help you.
Sure,
Go
I will
through
go
that
through.
and import the applications directly. So it will work on the fly. It doesn't need any database connections or something like that. It will just work. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other things from anyone? I just wanted to keep a doubt session today because it's been so many days, right, since we have not discussed so far. So that's the reason I thought it's the better way to discuss most of the questions. So only the order screen is left. I think order screen, you can design it very much easily. But if you just wanted from my side regarding the implementation, I'll also provide that implementation to everyone. Okay. But at least try from your side and let me know the status by tomorrow. If not, I will do it from my side hands on. Okay. But it's very simple. It's not much complicated. Okay. So how was the Hunger Savior portal implementation? Did everyone liked it? Because only the successful scenarios we have done it because, yeah. Yes, Shiv.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Shiv.
Sir, actually, we create a token and they are verified to check our token is verified or not in a user service.
Right.
Sir, but how to we check our token is expired or not? Suppose they are already expired and we are placed to the token to log in and then what happened?
See, if the token is expired, right? So the token will be invalid for sure because here we are just validating the token. If you just see the user service, there is something called a validating service, right? So probably I will just show it to you right now.
Sir, but we don't check na, our token is expired or not. We just verify.
Validate token is no. Validate token is meant for that specific purpose only, my friend. Shiv.
Okay.
This token is verified whether the token is valid or not, and also it is expired or not.
Okay. Means it internally check is expired or not.
Yes, that's the reason, right? So do one thing. Instead of keeping 10 hours, you can just keep 10 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
Or keep 60 seconds. Just send the token. And after 2 minutes, try passing the token again and then verify that this validate is returning true or false. Got it?
Got it, sir.
Yeah, exactly the same. Okay.
Okay.
So this validate token is not only going to validate whether the token is valid or not, but it also checks for the expiration also. Got it?
Okay, sir. It's
Yeah.
internally.
So, yeah, it internally does that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions from anyone, or do you can we discuss any interview questions? Hmm? Can we discuss any interview questions or some performance related questions? Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay. So let's say I do have one use case. So let's imagine that PN Rao. That's what I said, right? PN Rao. So we have already done the movie ticket booking system, correct? So here, from the payment service, we are actually using, to just see our service, PN Rao, right? So let me unmute you first.
Sir,
PN
good morning,
Rao.
sir.
Yeah, good morning, PN Rao. So here we are actually using the Fein client call, right? So let me open that service first of all. So here you can see that we are using a broker to create an order directly. We are actually using HTTP call, right?
Right, this is an HTTP call.
Yeah, so here we need to push the data to a topic. So do you know how to push the data to a topic? We have already done it in the movie ticket booking system, right? So that's the reason
Right,
I have
right.
explained it separately. So here what you can do, if you just go to this movie ticket booking system, Kafka. Instead of using a Fein client call, you can actually use this. Yeah. Can you see this?
Yes, yeah.
So you can use the same, like, so here we are passing a DTO to the topic, so that even if the service is down, the moment the service is up, it will still resume the data from this particular topic itself, payment request topic. Like the same way, you can actually have this, order service Kafka publisher, and then publish the data to a orders topic instead of doing a Fein client call over here. Got it?
Okay, sir. So why one doubt, like when we
Yes.
are working with Kafka, so we have a orchestration service. We're writing an orchestration service, right, sir? So
Right.
this orchestration service actually, like, we have done some project on this Kafka earlier. So we'll take a order, from once a user, gives an order. So this order data will be pushed to the Kafka ecosystem, and then the Kafka will, then the listeners, like any listener would be the orchestration service.
Right, exactly.
Right. So the orchestration service will listen this data, and then it will call the multiple services. But when we are calling with multiple services, so we are using like, Fin client or like HTTP call.
Right.
Is that right, sir? That the design we are following, is that right design, or like do we need to
No,
call
right
like
now,
every service?
that's what I said, right? So right now we are not following the design related to Kafka. So here I have asked you to replace this call with the Kafka publishing, because HTTP
Right.
calls, let's say if the order service is not up and the payment service is up. So when this is going to run, right? So if the order service is not up, it will lose this call, right?
Right, right.
So instead of that, if we are going to push the data to a Kafka topic, even when the order service is down, let's say the order service is up, it will have listeners to listen to the orders topic. So it will
Right.
resume the messages from where it stopped. Correct?
Okay,
So
okay,
that's the benefit of using Kafka first.
okay.
So that
Okay,
we will
okay.
ensure that there is no data loss.
Loss, data loss from the client side.
See what happens, let's say if you are just ordering a food in the Swiggy, let's say you
Okay.
are done with the payment.
Yes.
Now let's say there is an order service which has to create an order for you, right? Let's say if
Okay.
the order service is down, and let's say if the order service is down, let's say for 2 to 3 seconds of time,
Okay.
and then you are done with the payment. And if it is a HTTP call, then probably if the moment it was calling, the payment service is calling the order service, the moment it was not available for 2 to 3 seconds, but it is available after 3 seconds. So there is a data loss, and order will never be created for you, correct?
Correct,
But
correct.
in the case of Kafka, even if it is not available for 2 to 3 seconds, it will take some more reloading time, but it will still create an order for you, correct? So that's the
Yes,
benefit
yes.
of using Kafka.
Okay,
So
okay.
here you
So,
need
but
to replace this call exactly with the Kafka topic publishing. Tell me.
Kafka, sir. So I have one more, sir. Like this is where the front end, like when this is Kafka facing the client side, but internal communication, like the orchestration communicating with the payment service or maybe some other service, inventory service or some other service. So that communication, can we also go with the Kafka communication, or can we go with the HTTP call like a Fin client or maybe a
No,
web client?
HTTP calls HTTP calls has to be used only if it is an external service. What is your name?
Nursing, yes, a PN Rao, yeah.
Yeah, PN Rao. See, PN Rao. So if the services are belonging to our particular company, we always have to use Kafka. That's
Kafka,
for sure,
okay.
because we don't want data loss, first of all.
Mhm. Okay.
And let's say if you just wanted to consume some data from other domains, not from your company, from other domains. Let's say there is a banking portal where it has to verify the details of the user related to Aadhaar number. So Aadhaar number verification is not in his server. He has to make a HTTP client call only for that, correct?
Yes, yes, yeah.
So in those cases, you probably go with HTTP client calls to make a call to a UIDAA server.
Okay, right, right. UIDI server to
Right.
get
So
the
in
details.
those
Yes.
cases, we mostly go for HTTP calls. But if we have a very good relationship with the customer, we can also ask them to set up a Kafka topic so that we are not met with any data losses. Got it?
Okay, okay, okay.
So that's how we have to. But it's recommended to not to go with HTTP calls, since there will be a data loss if the service is not up. Got it?
Yes, sir. So in
So
that case,
that's the
that means
total idea.
every service has to be a producer as well as a consumer, right? So in this case,
Right,
if you are
right.
doing
See,
okay,
basically, I have asked you to, if you just see this movie ticket booking system, right? So let's
right,
go through this application. So here we have not said. So here, basically, what I have said in the booking service. Let's say if you are not from the booking service, in the payment service, once the payment is done, so it has to notify to the booking service as well as the notification service to
right.
create a booking as well as to send a notification. Correct? So
Correct.
here, probably what we are actually doing, if you just see this service, we are actually publishing the data to payment response topic. Correct?
Correct.
Wait for a moment. Sorry, PN Ram, where I have lost?
No, sir, I meant to say we lost your voice. Like in the,
Okay. So from
Yeah.
where? So let's say the payment is successful and we are actually sending the data to a payment response topic over here. So if you just see it over here, this is a payment service. Okay. Once the payment is successfully done, we just have to pass our booking details to the payment response topic so that the booking will be created and also a notification will be sent. So who are the listeners for this? Payment response, booking service, as well as the notification service,
no,
correct?
sir. Correct.
So
Yeah.
now there has to be a listener inside the booking service also to create a booking. So here there is a listener for payment response topic. So
Right.
this will also get invoked. And this is payment response. What are these group IDs? Because let's say group ID is unique. Let's say for payment response, group ID is this one. So this will execute. This is one listener where it has to create a booking. And another one is notification service, where we do have another Kafka listener for the payment response topic. And this is payment response group 2. So
Okay.
these group IDs actually are subscriber IDs. So
Okay.
in YouTube, whenever the video is published from any of the channel, whatever the number of subscribers are there, all the subscribers will receive the message. So here,
Right.
once the payment is successfully done, right? And let's say the payment response is going to get a successful response with all the booking details. The booking service has to create a booking ID and the notification service has to send a notification to the end user customers, correct? So this is
Correct.
what we have just done. And if you see this, these group IDs are actually subscriber IDs. Got it? So it has to be unique. Let's say if I just wanted to use payment response group 1 to this one as well as payment response group 1. So it will not get executed. Only one subscriber ID will get the data and remaining subscribers will not get the data. So here group IDs are actually subscriber IDs. Let's say if the payment is done, parallelly 2 tasks has to happen. Once the payment is successfully done and it is going to respond to the payment response topic with the successful data, booking service has to create a data. Okay, booking service has to create a booking ID along with other details, and the notification service has to respond with notification email, right? This is what
Correct.
I said in the movie ticket booking system to have 2 parallel subscribers, or we can have number of group IDs so that all the subscribers will receive the same data from this payment response topic once it is successfully done from the payment service. Got it?
Got it, sir. So but in every case, there won't be a multiple subscribers, sir. Maybe
Yeah,
a single subscriber.
yeah.
Also.
Single subscriber is also there. But
Yes.
here to the payment response, we just have to maintain two subscribers. Why? Because booking has to be created and parallelly notification also has to be sent. That's the reason we have payment topics are same, but the group IDs are different. Group IDs are actually subscriber IDs. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you.
That's the total idea. Any other questions from anyone? or if you have any questions in any of the topics, try to please ask those questions in this particular call, because not only in this call, whenever you have certain questions, you can have, or you can raise your hand and ask your questions, so that I can separate a separate session exactly for this doubts related things. Okay. So here you can actually use the same movie ticket booking system reference, and then probably you can publish the data, the orders topic, instead of doing the faint client call to this order broker. Okay. Yes. So I want everyone to set up their application of Angular and Hunger Savior portal. And that application is very flexible. You can actually, design more components in order to, do a lot of things in that. Okay. So probably I just wanted everyone to just go through the application deeply and understand each and everything in a nice way, so that you all will get the feeling that it's the flow which has been designed is exactly is a happy path flow. Okay. So we actually select a restaurant, we actually select the menu items, we do the payment using the real time payment API gateway like Razor Pay, and then probably once the payment is successfully done, then probably we are redirecting the users to the order screen to see the order related status. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Chief, do you have any other questions? You raised your hand. Okay. So we are only left with the order screen in the Hunger Savior portal, guys. So if you just wanted to add more components, if you just wanted to add more functionalities, the stylings will never change. Always use the flex layout from Bootstrap. It will always help you to, modify the code and do whatever you want. And if you are really stuck with the setting up of the application, please let me know about the issues that you are facing. I will try to fix from my side. Okay. But don't ever face any issues. But if I ask truly, no one has asked me that I've just included some things in the restaurant service with this db.migration. And these are exactly the Flyway database migrations, which I will tell you during when we discuss about the database migrations. Okay, I will just tell it to you. And the whole application is basically, we never use DDL Auto as create, update, or something like that in production. We always have to use some third-party tools like Flyway. So Flyway is basically used for database migration. Don't worry, I will tell you about this. It will not take that much time. Flyway. Okay. So Flyway is an open source database migration tool. So initially, I will tell you other scenarios from my side. Okay. So let's say one developer has this restaurant service and other developer has this user service. Okay. So it's not good practice to create the tables out of the entities first. Okay. So let me tell you one simple reason for this. It's not the responsibility of the developers to create database tables and table relationships through the entities. There will be a separate database team will be creating the tables for us in the background, and then they will ask us to write the entities from that. So let me show that to you in a bit right now. So here, select the database and go to this database. There is something called a reverse engineering. Click on this. You can click on the next. And you can select the database that you want. Restaurants. Execute. So once you do this, right, so probably you will be getting one screen. Yeah. Can you say this? So in real time, what will happen is the database team will give you the created tables in the form of. So based on these diagrams, you need to design your entities. It's not the case like you need to design the entities and you need to create tables out of it. It's not the better way. So what they will do, will actually show this, they will actually give this things to everyone. Based on this, if you can see that here, if you see that here restaurants, 2 restaurant menus. One restaurant has many menus. So if you just see this, it has been opened over here and it has been a greater than symbol, right? It has a greater than symbol. So one restaurant has many restaurant menus. And here one restaurant has many menu types. So here, based on this, we need to design restaurants entity, restaurant menu entity, and also restaurant entity menu types, which is a enum type. Okay. So here we'll be having, the relationship between the restaurants and the restaurant menu. Here, if you can see that restaurant ID is acting as a foreign key inside the restaurant's menu. So this is how we have actually designed our tables also. If you just see it over here, if you just go to this entities, we have a restaurant entity. And here we do have inside the restaurant entity, we have the dependency on the restaurant menu entity. So when we have @join column on top of the restaurant menu entity, that means in the restaurant menu, there will be a new column which will be added as a foreign key. So @join column will be used on top of an entity, which is another entity. It will basically act as a foreign key inside this particular table. So that's the reason you can see that restaurant ID as a foreign key over here from this particular restaurants. Got it? So that's the total idea. So this is how the database team will give you the actual, the ER diagram. We will call it as ER diagrams. And then based on this, we need to start writing our restaurant entity, restaurant menu entity, and all this kind of stuff. And then probably, if you just see this, it's the element collection. It's a menu type, right? So probably we have designed like this in order to show the menu types like this. So you need to understand everything like that. Okay. And then probably what I just wanted to say now, here, if you have any concern on this, then probably you can reach out to database team. What is this separate table? Is it a table or is this an element collection or whatever it is? They will just let you know, because once you see this one, menu type, it's a varchar, right? So it has only one thing. So you need to understand that it is a list of menu types. That means list of string. So this is how you need to identify about that particular property. Okay. So based on this, you have to create entities, but from the entities, you cannot make sure that you need to make DDL auto as create or update. We will never enable this. We'll always use Flyway database migration, and we will write whatever the scripts that we want over here. So can you see this? Create table restaurants, create restaurant entity menu types, create table restaurant menus. So this is how we actually create the table, and this is how the versions. So let's say if I just wanted to update restaurant menus column from item name to um, item, just to item. Let's say like this, right? So we just have to create another file, version 2, double underscore. That is the default nature of the Flyway database migration. We need to give the separate double underscore one, and then alter restaurant table column. And here in this SQL file, we need to write alter table command to just rename this item name, item underscore name to item. And those entries will actually go to this particular, database over here. Let me close this. And here it will actually maintain the schema history, because it's always recommended to maintain the history of the database table, from where it started and where it ended, who are all the, so it's not something like someone has, changed one property or introduced one property over here, let's say private string, some, a timestamp, something like this, right? You cannot add at the rate column, even if they add at the rate column and whatever the value that they just wanted to give, right? So that will not be created in the database because the DDL auto is none. Okay. It's not a best practice to create, to keep it as create or update. It's not the best recommended approach. We always have to disable this. If someone changes the entities also, it will not still reflect in the database tables, because everything has to be to the scripts only. Okay. And here, if you can see that in the, we have create users, but here, can you see this? Version 3, alter table, add column, created at. So if you just see this newly created at, right? So this was not there in the users. Created at was not there in the users. But if you just see the schema history of the users, right? So let me go to the users. There is a Flyway schema history. Can you see this? Create roles table was there. Create users table was there. And add created column. So we have this schemas history to know which person has added which particular column. It is a complete track of the database. Let's say if the new person is going to take this particular, so I think the best advantage of using this Flyway database migration, the only dependency that you need to add in your form.xml is this one. If you just go to this, there's something called a Flyway core and Flyway MySQL. Okay. So once you add this, you just have to enable this one, Flyway baseline on migrate as true. If you make it as false, it will not create this schema history for you. Okay. If you just make it as true, it will just create this Flyway schema history for you, and it will maintain the whole versions of the files, whatever you have created. So this is how we actually change. If you just see this users table, we do have created at. And this created at was not there during the first script. Can you see this? It was not there. Only username, password. Created at was added as a part of alter script command. Okay, so everything in real time or in the production based, everything will be script based, not the entity changes related based. We never use DDL auto as create or update. We always use Flyway database migration in order to change the database tables, and it will have the complete history, who has changed or who has created new scripts and all these kind of things. This is just to, keep a complete track of our database tables, and we just have to analyze the changes every day until the end of the production. Got it? So it's the best way to create the tables. And the best advantage also to use Flyway database migration, let's say no one has the DDL auto is none for now. So basically it will create all the tables, respective tables for the people. And also you can not only create the tables, you can also use some insert commands to create some random roles and users who are actually admin users. So, but in the code, I have actually shown that we are actually creating the users like this. This is not the best practice. You can also create one insert script command. Instead of create table command, you can actually use insert into table, insert into roles, and then probably you can insert the values along with the users and roles as well. So probably you can use insert commands also to create admin users, because we never give the permission from the portal to create users who are admins. Okay, it's not a best practice. So we actually create admin roles and admin users only through the scripts. Okay, that's the best way to create. And this is about the Flyway database migration. Okay, but you can actually go through that and let me know if you have any concerns in that. But it is very easy to use and very simple to use. Okay, so that's the total idea, my friends. Okay. So any other questions from anyone? And I'm just waiting for everyone to, complete the order screen. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. Yes, Teja.
Sir, I am unable to run the application, sir. Can you check once?
Okay. Yeah, show it to me.
Yes, sir. I got this error, sir.
Okay. This is a DNS related issue, man. It's related to your system, I guess. Anyone is facing the same issue? Someone here was facing same for me also. Who is that? Giridhar? But it was, I don't know how this DNS issue is getting. Previously, it was fine.
Yes, sir. Previously is mine. Yesterday I was updated. That's after that it's like this.
Okay, so error has been observed at the following site: checkpoint, parse filter. Okay, so this was actually getting via when you actually raise the request or while starting the application.
While starting the application, sir.
Can you just stop it for now?
Yes.
Start the registry service first.
I stopped all the application.
Yeah. Start only the registry service first. Okay. And can you start the API gateway now? It started. So the problem is maybe you have immediately started after the before Eureka server actually started. Before that, you have started maybe, I guess.
Now it started, sir. When I am logging, it
Yeah, that's
showing
what my question, right? So when you are starting the application, you got it, or when you are hitting
when
the
I log
login?
in. Yeah.
Okay, when you actually click on the login, you are getting it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so probably it was not there on my system. Girdhar, you also have the same kind of issue?
Sir, I'm also facing same issue. But
Yeah.
previously it is working because from scratch onward, just parallelly I'm developing your application. But yesterday I tried the application which you shared. Then I started getting the issue.
I
I'm
think
not sure why.
no much code is there, right? It's the same code only.
Yes, sir.
Have you
But
compared it?
I haven't compared, sir, but I haven't got the time to compare. But previously, from
There
previous
is
onward, just
nothing to compare. See,
okay.
basically, there is nothing to compare because the only thing is, do you have a CORS web filter first
Which one,
in
sir?
your
Chords?
previous API gateway? In the main
Uh,
API gateway, main.java file.
Chords API. So can you show me one? I'm not aware this one.
Can you just open the API gateway main application, Teja? Yeah, this one I was talking about, line number 24 to 36. This was not there previously.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
but
I think
yeah, so
we are getting. Yes, we are getting at this point. I think in error I've seen cross something like this one, sir.
right. So probably I don't know if I have to get it. So basically, it's a DNS issue. So some systems will not give permissions to the DNS directly. So in that case, probably you will be facing that issue. But let me know. Just try to this only bean is going to this bean at the rate bean there, right? So line number 24 to line number 36. This is the only change which I have done to Hunger Savior API Gateway.
Okay, sir.
Remaining, every code is the same.
Okay, sir. So I will try once by commenting this one, sir.
Yeah, you will also try that commenting, but probably you will be getting a CORS issue. You will never allow, it will never allow you to call through the API gateway. You need to call the services individually, order service individually with order port as separately, payment service port separately,
Okay.
and restaurant service port separately, and user service port separately.
Okay.
Got it? So you need to keep this web filter in order service, payment service, restaurant service, and user service. Instead of that, we are having a single point of contact where for rerouting, right? So that's the reason we are using API gateway for single entry.
Okay, sir.
Okay, otherwise we need to keep this CORS configuration in restaurant service, payment service, and user service.
Okay, sir.
A service can call another service directly, but if the front end is calling the back end, it will not basically allow. It will result in CORS issue. Okay, but Teja, what you can do, just copy that error and search in Google and
Okay.
try for some time from your side. If the issue is still persisting, then probably I will do something in order to fix it.
Okay, sir. I will also try
Thank
from my end. Yeah, evening
Okay,
time.
just copy that exactly the first line of error that you are going to get. And also, can you just give me that error? Just log in, just start the user service and also the restaurant service. So once you start the user service and the restaurant service, just start your Angular application and submit the request and clear the logs from API gateway first. Just clear the logs. Right click. Just right click in the, yeah, right click over there. Right click over there. Yeah, clear the logs. Yeah. And now whatever the error that you are going to get, completely copy that error and give it to me.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So give it, ping me separately that into my Telegram.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
I'll see that issue. Okay. So that's all for today. And I will meet you tomorrow at the same time. Bye.